Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Nova Roma playthrough. And we're squeezing Germany out of existence, and I think it's time we start making some other moves down here. For instance, we have Strasbourg here, which I'm sure is worth some victory points, 5 as a matter of fact. Would probably be a good idea if we pushed on that right now. Let's go ahead and squeeze these guys. Alright. I think we're pretty good to go. We've got a naval engagement there. I don't think we need to do anything in Africa. As a matter of fact, we're gaining ground here pretty well. We are being attacked, but it looks like we're defending just fine. So let's go ahead and let things run. And I'm going to have to keep an eye on this region, again, making sure no naval invasions happen. I don't have any warnings over here. I did just... Oh, I was going to say, I just loaded in a save file, so it's possible that any warnings are having to be refreshed, and it looks like that was indeed the case. I'm going to go ahead and rush my tanks and this one infantry division over into the area. It looks like they're attacking more or less in the same spots they attacked last time. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab the soldier from Dunkirk to help out here. This is a little bit different of an invasion. I'm going to grab my tanks, send them over to Calais. Fortunately, Calais is not a port, so if they were able to grab that, it would not give them any supply. I'm winning here, so I'm not sure if I want to reroute troops or not. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it. I'm surprised we're... How about we do this? Rather than move troops over into that area. Okay, those guys are cut off. Alright. We are losing this combat. I'm going to try and reinforce. Oh, we've got another attack going on at the port. We definitely don't want to lose that. I'm going to send a soldier over there. I'm going to send this soldier here, and then this soldier reroute up here. This is definitely dangerous. And you, I'm going to strategically deploy over here. You know, I think it's time we give the garrison a commander. And I'm going to go ahead and just select this guy. That guy was the commander of the Orange Army. Oh, which I was about to say is not really being engaged, but that appears not to be the case. I'll go ahead and get a new commander here. We should have the political power to do that. And you are going to be in command here. I think the garrison's a little bit more important that we have a good commander, a solid commander there. Oh. Crap. We've got an invasion in Brest. I may not be able to, push that one back. Starting to lose here. Not a fan of that. Okay, you, my friend, are going to come in here. I don't know if you're going to have enough organization by the time you get there. So this is a pretty scary naval invasion we're seeing. We're winning here, though, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and rush over here. And you are going to come over here. We're going to rush over here with our tanks. And then we only have really the one defense left, so I'm going to go ahead and rush over there with the tanks. We should be able to beat these guys back. Alright, it looks like all that's left is this attack. So, I'm going to rush my tanks over, and it looks like we took care of everything. So, a lot of it is just responding in time, making sure I can get my tanks over. I think I'm going to put this guy, actually... I hate not having much coverage down here, but I'm actually tempted to have this tank be here, and then maybe this tank here, so that we can engage these things a little bit faster than I've been doing. But definitely the important factor here is that I was able to defeat the invasion. It looks like we got our troops rerouting after squishing this little area. There's a good time to attack here. I might be able to have some success and cut off these guys from supply. On the other hand, I can just let the AI do its thing. It seems to be doing just fine. How are the Germans feeling about the war? They are 70% towards capitulation, so I'm still going to have to take probably Hanover and Hamburg at the very least. But there's still a decent number of victory points out on the table. The stuff in Denmark's not going to matter. I might actually have to take most of the cities here, based off of what kind of victory point numbers I'm seeing. Alright, well. Again, having my tanks in the area proved to have paid off. We got our engagement over here. All of our ships versus some submarines. Unfortunately, these submarines are still wreaking havoc on my convoys, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it at the moment. Speaking of things, my tank's on its way. And we did beat off this invasion, so that's good. And we're also doing pretty well down here. Alright. I look forward to when this is defeated. And we can move troops down to attack the south. Of course, I do have to go after the German-held territory, possibly. Alright. Let's see what we got out of this. We killed a couple submarines. Good to see. The main push we're having is over here in the east, which is actually good because we're shutting out the Soviets. The less territory the Soviets get, I consider the better. I find it interesting that they haven't captured this bit. There must be troops stuck in there. Oh, it looks like I've captured some docks. Oh, we just annihilated 10 submarines. That's fantastic. That actually makes it more likely that I can go after these submarines in the future. But I still have to cover some of this area for the meantime. Alright, so we have dockyards to play with. Only one. But one is always good. I'm going to go ahead and continue to build up my destroyer fleet. As it seems we're a little bit behind on that. Uh-oh. One division did sneak in here. And unfortunately for me, I was able to defeat them relatively easy. So again, I'm going to have to watch this coast very closely because those kind of things can just spring out of nowhere. And if that had been a port, I would have had that port unfortunately captured. I'm going to go ahead and move these tanks over here to an actual port, though, as we just discussed. Ports falling are very bad. Alright. Now I'll just move these tanks back over here. The sooner the Germans capitulate, the better. Unfortunately, this territory I'm capturing here is not really getting me anything useful as far as victory points. I mean, I know there's a city here, but most of the cities are actually over here in the west, outside of Hamburg and Hanover. But still good to see progress, and again, we're shutting out the Soviets and preventing them from capturing territory. And we took out another submarine, which may have reduced the submarines that are engaging over here down to nothing. And if that's the case, I'm a little bit more confident of switching things over. So we've got an East African thing queued. Naval invasion in the Benelux region. That is definitely dangerous. Where exactly? It's saying over here. Now, I don't have really any troops covering. And then, of course, we have over here. So if they do attack here, I can't do anything to stop it. This is where the capitulation of the Germans happening sooner rather than later is really important because it will free up so many divisions of my army. I'm really not sure what to do here, because if I don't continue to cover over here, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Let's see how naval things are going. So, what kind of forces do we have here? 1,500 support planes and 300 bombers. Part of me is curious. Maybe I can shut down their attack across the English Channel with my planes. At this point, it's good to have bombers and things covering me in Germany. But I'm starting to think here. All right, first off, we pushed the enemy entirely out of the Benelux region, so we could move planes out of there. But I'm tempted to move almost all of my fighters into combat in the English Channel here. That might be a bad idea, though, because it could cause me a lot of casualties. We've seen in the past that the Allies tend to have quite a large Air Force. And it could be tough. It might be a better idea to just squeeze the Germans and finish them off. Alright, so anyway, we've already discussed stuff in the Benelux region probably needs to shift. So let's just grab, first off, what do we got? 1,800? Alright, so this airport here should be fine for the forces that we have here. So I'm just going to go ahead and select them all, because I think this is the nice, simple way of doing this, and I'm going to put them in this airport. And then we're going to reselect them all. Or we can just do that. That's the easier way to do it. And we're just going to go Northwest Germany. So once they rebase, they should have good coverage. And then we'll get air superiority over that region. Alright, what we got going on over here? We lost a convoy again. That's unfortunate. But for the meantime, I've gotta take care of what's over here, so that naval invasions and things can't happen. Part of me feels like I have to reroute my tanks here. I don't know how much choice I have. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring these 3 tanks over here. And then I'm going to bring my tanks up over, and I'm going to have to hold on to as many of these ports as I can. It looks like my allies are holding onto this port, so I just need this port and this port. So I'm going to go ahead over to Rotterdam. Then I'm probably going to split my tanks in half so that we can cover the ports. I mean, again, that's the important aspect of defending my territory. It makes it hard for me to counterattack, but I don't really see what options I have here. Alright, maybe we can make a move here on our own, as I have a suspicion that these troops are I don't want to move there. Unlikely to succeed there. Let's push here. These guys push here. I almost wonder, with some of these troops, if they're in the battle plan. It looks like they are, but why do I have so many divisions down here not involved in the combat? How about you help out with this combat? Get going a little bit quicker. I don't know if it'd be wise to do a 3-prong attack here. Maybe just sit tight. Alright. Managed to take out that convoy, which was more than likely a troop transport. My tank is in the region. Go ahead and move in here. Then we'll do a 2-prong attack over here. See if we can recapture some of this territory. Let's see how things are going in Africa. Looks like they're still about going the same. How are we doing on production? With mechanized stuff, we're still a ways behind. I know I have a lot of army experience here. I'm a little torn on exactly how I would want to use it. I could just upgrade my current tanks, my light tanks and my medium tanks, a little bit more. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. So, medium tank Mark 1. We're going to make a Mark 2 variant. We're just going to upgrade everything by 1 point and save. And we're going to start producing the Mark 2 variant. And then over here, we'll make another Mark 2 variant. And again, we'll upgrade everything by 1 point. Not quite. Okay. I guess that's all we can afford for now, is those two. Alright, well, that's going to be the improvements. Oop, I forgot to change the production, though. We're going to produce Mark II tank, which has a little bit more armor and reliability. How are the Germans feeling about the war now? We're at 71%. Alright, I see enemy. I feel like I have no choice but to move up here. I will have this one division go to Rotterdam. Oh, okay, they're attacking here on Dunkirk. There could be more naval invasion stuff going on that I just don't see, but it looks like just one division for now. Let's go ahead and send the tanks over there. I don't see a reason why not. Helps everything out. Fortunately, my allies are covering some of the ports. We have our tank just sitting on this port until we get our other tanks over there. I guess we can go ahead and make this move now. Okay, what do we got here? Expeditionary forces, 10 divisions. We'll accept it. And I'll take those 10 divisions. I don't have any clue where they are. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to do that. We got a big engagement here going on here. We've got submarines mostly. Where are my planes currently active? Probably over here. Let's send them over here instead. Alright. So, all of the Turkish troops, first off, I also have factories here. Where to produce things. Oh, we need light tanks, so we'll produce some of those. Anyway, let's get over here to the army selection and figure out who's not in an army. All these troops here. With the exception of this soldier, who I'm just going to go ahead and put into the Orange Army. Just so that I know where he's going to be. Let's go ahead and grab all the rest of these troops. And the Turkish troops are really beat up. With a lot of casualties. So I'm just going to use them as garrison troops. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new army. Probably need to start making more theaters. And this army is going to be a garrison for the territory that I have captured in the Allied War. So we've got all of... Fortunately, I think I clicked on the airport there. All of this territory. Now, I know there's only 9 divisions in this, but I need to have the sabotage stop. Now, I'm not worried about the German-held territory as much because I feel like we'll eventually take care of that. All right, let me take a look here. So we've got that queued, that queued. I'm going to split these guys in half. I'm going to put 2 divisions here, and then these 2 divisions are going to go up to Rotterdam. All right. How are we doing in East Africa? Nothing really happened yet. Okay. We almost have the territory, Belgian territory, captured here. I'm not sure whether I should create a new army here in Africa and send them up through this way and take out the German territory or what. But now that we have these guys in position, I'm going to go ahead and do a 2-prong offensive here. Let's see if we can attack this German division, kind of drive it back. Okay, and then all you guys that are sitting here need to help out here. And then I really don't know why you're just sitting around. I'm probably going to have to reroute troops to the different combat missions that they're supposed to be on. Okay. It's a green army. Can you do me a favor? Can everybody be on this combat mission? White army. Can you do me a favor and can everybody be on that combat mission? Starting to piss me off a little bit. Okay, so we knocked out 16 submarines. Good stuff. Huh, okay. Keep an eye out for the naval invasions. Make sure nothing too dangerous is happening. Took out some more submarines. Like even more submarines just got lost. Good stuff. This is a little dangerous because we know there's active submarines over here. Oh. Oh, they're doing that because I can't go through Bulgaria anymore. Go ahead and ask for military access here. Alright, how are the Germans feeling about the war now? 76%. Yeah, they're probably going to have to lose every single city before they actually capitulate, which is... it is what it is, but... We've got Frankfurt here, which is, I think, worth a decent amount of points. I can't really tell, though, because there's troops in the area. Okay, we just got our last focus, and I don't think we can do anything else, and we're not being told that we can do anything else, so that will be that. It will give us more political power per day, so it'll allow us to modify our government a little bit quicker. It means we can make it more combat effective. Okay, they annex the Nanutuba. Sure I pronounced that wrong. How is Japan doing? Oh, they're kind of surging back a little bit to attack China. I don't know how long they'll hold on to that. They haven't proved all that successful so far. No attack made on the Philippines, and it doesn't look like... it's hard to say if the Allies have attacked them at all. How is Bourbon, France doing? So they're sending their troops over here, probably to capture some of these Caribbean islands. Yeah, that's what I would guess. And there hasn't been any move by the Allies to attack Bourbon, France, which is interesting. You can help out with this, too. Alright, any naval invasions? Yep, there's one. Looks like this is a much lighter invasion than we've seen in the past. I might be a little late in stopping those guys. Just want to make sure there's not anything else that I missed. But if we get there in time, we should be able to stop them. Yeah, it looks like we'll get there. I'll go ahead and send this division over just to help out. I feel like this guy will be able to hold on just fine. Okay, we've got some research, and we also have some factories to look at. So I'm going to ramp up production of both light and medium tanks. These damaged factories are really killing me. Alright, already working on that. Probably have a bunch of stuff still for 42, and we're almost to the end of 42, so that's not good, obviously. I don't think there's that many techs for 43, though. Let's see about construction. I mean, we've got all the construction stuff for 43, but and there's still more infantry equipment and stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Soviets are capturing a little bit more territory than I would like. We have Frankfurt now. How does that change things? We're looking at 84%. So it might not take much more. Maybe just a couple more cities down. Wish I knew how many victory points this was worth, but 5 and 5. We got a city here too. Don't know how much that's worth. 5. Okay. We've got a number of cities that are in easy striking distance. As a matter of fact, this city here probably worth a decent amount as well. Okay. Anti-tank tech. Alright, so that takes care of everything for 42 for now. I'm thinking about doing Marines because we might need Marines for the invasion of England. On the other hand, are we likely to produce more Marines? I don't know so much how likely that's going to be the case. We could start on rocketry. Try and get jet engines. That's going to take quite a while, though. And probably not worth going after right this second. So I'm pretty much thinking about either doing another land doctrine or just going ahead and doing the industry stuff ahead of time. So we've got flexible line, which does production efficiency retention, or we've got production efficiency growth. I kind of like the retention. And then we have retention here as well. I think this one's probably the more valuable of the two because we get both factors, but we also get factory output upgrades. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And we get a little bit of a discount as well to that, or it happens a little bit quicker anyway. So let's go ahead and do this ahead of time. How are we doing on resources? Oil and rubber. I am trying to do refineries here, but unfortunately we've got a lot of things damaged and needing repairs, so that's really holding me back. Once we get these guys to capitulate, all of the French-held territory will stop resisting me, and it will only be Allied-held territory that will be the problem. So That will be good. Alright, what are you guys doing over here? You're just sitting there. Attack. Do something. Okay. Knocked out a convoy. It looks like we're not seeing any more submarines, so I'm ready to start trying to engage what submarines I know are over here. So, with the convoy escort, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that and put them over here. And then with my main fleet, I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, this is risky. Go ahead. We do have more destroyers that we can add to the convoy fleet, so I'll go ahead and do... Well, actually, I don't want the submarines, so these two are going to merge. And then the submarines, I would like... hold on. Okay, there we go. A little awkward, but we got it in the end. Still, naval invasions queued up that haven't happened. And East Africa queued up as well, not happening. Okay, well. Got an attack there. I'll go ahead and reinforce it. I'll move this division over here, so they can't just walk wherever they want. Just gonna sit there and move. Why don't you go there instead? Alright, well, they're making their way. As a matter of fact, this is a good point to put a cut in the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.